internet, my name is Sisley and welcome back to my channel. So today we're reacting to another Madonna album, continuing our regular Madonna marathon. So we have about like 5 eras left. We're into the early 2000s now, and today we're listening to American Life. I'm really excited because according to y'all, this album was produced by the same producer who produced Music and the new Madame X, which were both great albums. And the artwork of this one is really aesthetically pleasing. The composition, the colors, it's just perfect. I'm really thrilled to listen to this. It has 11 songs. But of course, before we start, if you enjoy my videos and feel like supporting me beyond watching them, please consider supporting me through Patreon. I'll put a link to the page in the description. And also a huge thanks to the people who are supporting me on Patreon already. I love you guys so much. Your support means a lot to me. I am very grateful. But yeah, Music was a really interesting and diverse album, and so was Madame X for that matter. And I feel like this is gonna be an interesting journey as well. So without further ado, let's click play and let's see what American Life by Madonna is all about. First song is the title track. Oh. Oh, that's already fun. Oh. Huh. Maybe I've heard this one before. I think this was the lead single, but I did not remember it from the title. I'm into these lyrics. And that lead instrument is really bright. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't expect a soft chorus. I'm really into this lead synth. These lyrics are really good. I love how her vocals are produced here. These lyrics are everything. This part just sounds so good. I don't know why. Fuck it. Oh. This is, oh my god. Oh. Oh. That reminds me of something. Is that just Madonna's voice edited, or is it someone else? Because that specific tone of voice reminds me of someone. So this was incredible. I loved everything. The lyrics, the production. This one's called Hollywood. Oh, that's pretty. Oh! Oh, I know this one. Oh. I don't think I knew who Madonna was at that point, but I remember that song from my childhood. It's just so fun. The nostalgia. Oh, I love how this sounds. I love the guitar riff. I love her vocals here. Oh, that line. I'm loving the style of production so far in this album and the thematic of these two songs. I love that effect on the vocals, whatever that was. It just makes me think about how we literally hear seasoned stars say, you know, oh, fame is not what it actually seems, and it's pretty shit, and still we chase it. Humans never learn. Then again, there will always be people who will be famous for something. I just really love that guitar riff throughout the entire song. Kind of similarly how it was in Don't Tell Me. Like the style is so interesting because it's kind of, you know, like it makes you want to move, but it's also pretty mellow and chill for dance music. Oh. Oh, I love this. Conceptually, so far, this is amazing. Both, you know, storytelling through music and storytelling through lyrics. Next one's called I'm So Stupid, and this word, the S in stupid is capitalized, which is a mood. I'm loving this presence of guitars in this so far. Oh. 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 This was 2003, right? So was this her take on the then really popular rock genres? Because I'm really into this. Like, it's very moody. I'm loving these lyrics too. I love that sound. Is that vocoder as well? Or just like an extreme filter? I just love how Madonna can literally pull off any style. Literally any musical style. I feel like if I listen to this album in 2009, 2010, when I was into emo stuff, I would have really liked it, despite Madonna not being one of my favorite artists at the time. Oh hell yeah. I love this part a lot. The way she sings it, you can clearly hear that inspiration. Oh, that was a smooth transition. This is Love Perfusion. I love smooth transitions. Oh. I feel like this is the most existential that I've heard Madonna be, like consistently throughout these 4 songs. Nice backing vocals. Oh, that's relatable. That's a fun melody. Oh, I love how everything in this part sounds. And I'm really into these kind of stripped down guitar-based choruses. No shit. This one's called Nobody Knows Me. I feel like once again the transition was really smooth. Oh, the tune, yes. Oh, I love how the sounds combined with the synth. That's funky. I'm just really enjoying this auto-tune on her vocals. Oh, that was so good. Oh. That was unexpected. Oh, is this the chorus? I was so invested in the song, I didn't even stop to think about like where's the chorus and stuff like that. Oh, mood. That sounds so cool. Those backing vocals though, they're so random. I'm really loving how the vocals are edited all throughout the song. Next song is called Nothing Fails. I love that guitar. Now this makes me think of like 80s and 90s Madonna. Maybe it's because she hasn't really done a proper ballad in a while. I love that line. I love how this sounds. I can hear those strings in the background. Nice. What is it with this whole not religious thing once again in this album? Because she has done a lot of stuff with religious imagery in the past and beyond this album. It's so pleasant to listen to. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that sounds so pretty. Oh, oh, that's so good. Oh my god, there was that one song, God Control, in Madame X. It had kind of a similar structure to this, you know, like kind of having a rising choir presence. I feel like she could have ended it with a choir. But I mean, there's nice strings, so I'll take it. Next song is called Intervention. Guitars again, I love it. That sounded sarcastic, but I genuinely love it. Interesting drum choice. That's cute. That is so pretty. It's interesting how, compared to especially what people do nowadays, this album seems to be very compressed with very little reverb, you know, like it feels a little bit more intimate, like it was recorded in a room, you know, which usually is. People just like adding lots of reverb to appear like it's not. Like, that's just a dry lead vocal, you know, with some backing vocals. Like, that's just as dry as it gets. And like, it's not a bad thing, I'm into it. What is that background sound? Is that a percussion? A synth? Oh, I like that. It just makes me think, you know, oh, you like Don't Tell Me from the last album? Here's a full-on album of the same track. Not the same track, but they're just this exact energy, this exact style. I am just living for this. Oh, that's pretty. Oh. Give me that electric. That sounds so good. Like, that's such a distinct sound, unlike anything else from that era. But also makes me feel kind of nostalgic. Not like to that specific time, but maybe like a later time when I was a teen and listened to that kind of music. This one's called Ecstatic Process. And that's soft. I feel like I've heard it somewhere. I'm loving everything about this so far. This is sad, but also kind of relatable. This is so raw. Like, this is just guitar riff, some background stuff maybe, and some dry vocals, and it sounds so good. How do they do it? Oh, oh, that is precious. This is the best line. And so important. Aww. Beautiful song, amazing, breathtaking. This one's called Mother and Father. Honestly, nothing can ever top that last one, so like... Even if the rest of the album is like, this is the perfect album. Oh, I'm into the singing manner. Oh, oh no, that's sad. I love that lead synth too. Oh, That's catchy. And honestly, at this point, I don't care if anything's catchy in this album. I'm so fully immersed into the storytelling and the lyrics and the concept. This chorus is really getting to me. Not like in a bad way, but it's really resonating with me for some reason. That just breaks my heart. I love that synth in the background. Oh. Oh my god. I feel like that's the first time she like literally openly spoke about these things in the song. Which I feel like, I imagine it's liberating and important. That's an interesting manner of singing. This one's called Die Another Day. That's different. Well, I'm into this. Oh? I'm loving this auto-tune with the strings. The sound. I want to comment on it, but I just don't know how to. It's good. It's good. I feel like I've heard this somewhere, maybe. Maybe. I love how her vocals are produced here, and the seemingly chaotic melodies in the arrangement. I absolutely love the choppy vocals in this part. Oh. Oh, that's fun. I love when unexpected things happen in songs. It's exciting, it's thrilling. Even in a very even and consistent album like this, there are still surprises. I know this is one of the singles, so I feel like you can make a super conceptual weird video out of this. I wonder what she did with this video. And I don't think I've ever seen it before, so it should be fun. I thought it was over, but nope. Once again, surprises! I just love how the strings sound with those funky synth sounds. And the last song on the album is called Easy Ride. Oh, more strings. They're pretty though. Oh, I'm already into this. Oh. Oh. I like the sound. Oh, that's pretty. I love the change of arrangement here in this verse. I love how choppy this is. I'm really into how they edited the strings in some of the songs on this album. I love how the synth kind of adds a little bit of that dirt and chaos. Yeah, that makes it chaotic. Well, that was a perfect ending. Alright, so that was American Life by Madonna. And this is the farthest from what I expected it to be. You know, music was really good, you know, like really, really good. And I didn't expect music to be as likable for me personally. In general, I was afraid that I wasn't gonna enjoy these early 2000s records because early 2000s pop music, well, it does bring some nostalgia. It's not my favorite era, you know, of pop music in the past 50 years. It's not my favorite era, gotta be honest. But Madonna has come through more so than she did in her 90s era, I feel like, you know? Because this album especially, like, it was, let's face it, it was a monotone album. It sounded so similar all throughout, and usually I'd hate that. Usually I'd be like, okay, like, I'm bored, you know, give me something exciting. But I don't know whether it was the guitars, the lyrics, the intimacy that literally, like, the absence of reverb provided, or whether I'm just in that kind of mood for this album. Well, maybe it's just a good album. I don't fucking know. It's probably the latter. It's probably just a really universally good album. I am in love. And like I said, I did not expect this to be like this at all. I expected something like more like music, I don't know, like dance floor-y, stuff like that. Like the first 3 tracks in music were like very dance floor-y, and I expected that entire album to be that, but it wasn't. And then there were tracks like Don't Tell Me, which was also kind of similar to this style, but also a little bit more upbeat. And this entire album was just emo city, which I don't know if like there are some songs that I just related to, despite not, you know, like being very sad. I was just like, yeah, I can relate to that. I feel that. And like, if you know anything about Madonna's personal life during that time, you know, like, or what the rumors were or whatever, what was going on? What was she going through? Because this is the most emo album that she's ever put out. Like, this is existential city. This is emo city. Every single song is, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what love is. I don't know what to do. I want to go home. Hollywood sucks. So I wonder, what has she been going through? Like, that poor woman must have been going through a lot at all times in her life, but like, what prompted this album? And the song Mother and Father, you know, like I said, she hasn't really sung this directly about these things, you know, like many of you have told me that her mother died when she was 5, and like I knew that vaguely in context when listening to certain songs, but this was just straight up confronting it. And like, also I wonder what prompted that, because that was very touching as well. It wasn't really a sad song, it was more so like, you know, here, you know, put it on the table, here it is, you know, like, let's deal with it, with no tears and stuff like that. This was so strange, and I'm just so surprised that I loved it, because like I said, this was an album that was even all throughout. It was interesting, it had interesting bits and exciting bits, but it was monotone. Why did I like this? Why am I in love with this? I do not understand, but I am. This was such a pleasant surprise. Okay, so favorite songs. Let's talk about favorite songs, because oh boy, how do I even begin? The first song that definitely jumps out to me is Ecstatic Process. I don't know if that has anything to do with music or anything else, you know, regarding the title, but the song, just the riff and the vocals, the lyrics, the everything, like I said, perfect song. I'm just, like I said, like the rest of the album could be trash, I would still think it's a perfect album, because, well, the rest of the album didn't turn out to be trash, so it's an all-round perfect, well-rounded, well-composed, well-produced album. The production, like I said, maybe it was a part of why I enjoyed it so much, because unlike the albums in the 90s, this didn't really have much reverb. You know, like the vocals were pretty much just dry, compressed, slapped onto the track, whatever. It created a sense of intimacy, like sort of ASMR type, like she is talking to me close and personal. She's like sitting there right next to me, you know, the guitar is playing and she's singing to me, you know, like that kind of intimacy. Maybe that is why it is what helped me connect with it so much. This whole album felt like, oh, you liked Don't Tell Me from the last album, here's a full album of songs like this. And honestly, that's the best thing ever, because Don't Tell Me ended up being my favorite song from music. I listened to it the most times. I watched the music video a lot because leather dressed cowboys, I mean, that's hot. Anyway, so this entire album was amazing, incredible, and honestly probably my second favorite album after Ray of Light, even surpassing, what was that other album, Like a Prayer? That used to be my favorite before the 2000s era, but clearly this was a really creatively good time for Madonna. She and the producers she's working with, like, they really made some gold. And I cannot wait for Confessions on the Dance Floor, but I'm gonna tell you when I get there why I cannot wait for that era. Meanwhile, I want to tell you what I'm gonna do with this era and with every era from now on, because I want to change a little bit how I do these Madonna reactions, because it's been a long time and I'm really impatient to get through all these eras. So what we're going to do is I'm going to react to the albums as usual, one album per video, everything's chill. But with music videos, I figured since they're usually like 4 to 5 music videos per era, I'm going to put them into one long-ass reaction video. So there's gonna be an album reaction and then the music videos for that era in another video. And I'm going to take the liberty to make Madonna reactions every 2 weeks, just because long videos require more editing. But yeah, hope y'all don't mind. And before you freak out, even when I'm done with reacting to all the eras, there's still so many bonus tracks, so many unreleased tracks, and so many live performances that you've been asking me to react to, that there there will be lots of Madonna food left after we finish this 5-course meal. I think we have like 5 eras left. But yeah, so my next Madonna reaction will be in 2 weeks, and it will be to all the music videos from this era at once. I feel like it'll be more fun because there will be less time between me watching the videos. I'll be able to compare them better. So yeah, I can't wait for that, and that way I can get to the Confessions era sooner, which, like I said, I'm so beyond excited about. And if you want, y'all can guess why. Y'all can try to guess in the comments why I'm so excited for that era. But that is literally, so far from this reaction marathon, the era that I'm most looking forward to. So yeah, hope you guys are excited too, and hope you all enjoyed this reaction as well, because this was genuinely one of my favorite albums to react to, because I had high expectations for it, but then my expectations were crushed and rebuilt again because it was an entirely different style than I expected, but it was better than I expected. So much better. I also forgot to talk about that whole rock. What was the rock subgenre that was popular in the early 2000s? Not just the early 2000s, early, mid to late 2000s. But yeah, that influence was obvious, and it made me feel things because I will always love me some good rock music. So yeah, that's it for this reaction. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to see y'all in 2 weeks for my music video reactions for this era. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of my future Madonna reactions. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. I love you guys. Bye! Whoop!